This is the Metrodome in Minneapolis, and it's Game 7 of the series.
The series evolved. Tom Kelly called it every game was a new chapter in a book, and it kind of was that way. They were two teams not supposed to be in the World Series, showed a lot of heart all season long, played excellent baseball, and now we're trying to decide who is the better of the two teams. And it was like a heavyweight fight, It was, a punch here, a punch there, one team win, one team there, a couple extra inning games. So leading up to Game 7, it was already exhausting for everybody that was watching.
It was the greatest two playoff series combined I think we'll ever see. Being biased, but you talk about one-run games, 1-0 games, everything was exciting, and then you can't have a better Game 7.
What made John Smoltz special is his just determination of being a competitor. He hated losing.
That's why probably Jack Morris was one of his idols, or why he wanted to pitch someday for the Tigers. That was his home team, so it was his goal. And who would ever believe that he would then one day pitch against Jack Morris?
He was the magician, and I'd known that from watching him in the Tiger days. He had a desire and a meanness and a tenacity that you just weren't. You were gonna have to beat Jack Morris. He wasn't gonna beat himself.
About the 5th inning, I was thinking, man, he's just, Smoltzy's not gonna give up a run. The way Jack's pitching, he's not going to give up a run. If we get an opportunity, that one opportunity, we have to take advantage of it. In a lot of ways, Jack and John were a lot alike.
The only trouble I got in was the one chance that I had to come out of the game. It was a hit and run by Chuck Knobloch just over the outstretched hands of Sid Bream on a pitch I still don't know how he hit.
To the day I die, I get to tease John Smoltz about this is, if you weren't so soft, you would have talked your manager out of taking you out of the game. And, he looks back and says, that's the one regret I have. I was so young, I had no credibility with Bobby Cox, and I couldn't talk him out of coming to get me.
What a emotional roller coaster. Not only was that game, but that inning.
TK and I never really talked that much during the game unless he came to the mound. And when he did come to the mound the one time, it was more a situational thing. That's, we had a guy on first and second, I believe, a base open. He wanted to know if I wanted to pitch the guy at the plate or the guy on deck. And I think the guy at the plate was Justice. Bream was on deck. And I said, it's your call. You're the manager. And he said, well, go ahead and walk him and let's pitch to Bream. So that was the situation on the mound. Then after the 9th inning, he just gave me an opportunity to take myself out of the game. He said, you did a great job. Rick Aguilera is ready in the bullpen. And I said, no, I'm staying. This is my game. I feel great. And he walked away, and I was a little concerned at that point because I did not want to come out of that game. So I followed him, and Dick Stutz, the pitching coach, and had a very short conversation. And before I could even get to them, he turned around and said, oh, what the heck, go get him. It's just a game. And I'm glad he did, because it took him a lot of courage. And he threw his reputation on the line. I look back now and I realize how much it took for TK to leave me in the game, but I'm grateful that he did.
I wanted so bad to leave that stadium with zeros. There's no way you can't think about not winning a game when you haven't given up a run. There's no way to think that it could have turned out the way it did when it was such an unbelievable series.
And then you have a great pitching duel at the end. I don't know if it can get any better. I don't think you're going to see a lot of, first of all, you don't see a lot of Game 7s anymore. And second of all, you don't see complete games in Game 7 or extra inning games. So that in itself makes it rare.
It's the best performance I've ever seen in my life.